Good morning, class! How are you today? That's good. So are you ready for our discussion? Yes, that's right. By the way, I am teacher Christine.
And I am teacher Queen.
Before we start, Ms. Sanchez, kindly lead the prayer. And of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And Ms. Sarahena, kindly check that attendance for today. And please, before we start, kindly pick up some pieces of paper under your chairs because it's so messy. And I want to remind you to keep silent as we discuss our topic for today. Also, you can ask us questions about the topic if you don't understand.
So can anyone here who can recall what was our topic last meeting? Okay, Mr. Carcasona? Yes, very good, Mr. Carcasona. Last meeting we have discussed about the different types of speech delivery. And we have different types of delivery speeches, just like extemporaneous speech, impromptu speech, oration, and storytelling. Now, very good. Since you all know, or you have recalled what was our topic last meeting, let us now hop on to another learning or lesson in this or for today's class. Our lesson for today is all about oral language and fluency techniques in public speaking.
So these are the lesson outcomes. At the end of this lesson, the students can define the components of oral language, value the importance of strategies in oral language, and use the appropriate oral language stance and behavior when giving information, instructions, and making explanations and narrating events in factual and personal recounts. But before we proceed to our formal discussion, let's have an activity first. Are you ready? That's right. So our activity is debate. So listen to the instructions to avoid confusion. So the debate topic will be school uniform should be implemented. That's an interesting topic, right? So divide the students into two teams, with each team representing a different viewpoint on the topic. Each will select a participant to randomly choose whether pros and cons. So you will be given 3 minutes to use your cell phones to search about the topic. And 25 minutes will be downloaded time for this activity. So, time starts now. Okay, time's up. So, here are the pros and here are the cons. So now, let's start our debate. So you can now start the pros. Okay, it's good. Okay, time's up. So that was an amazing debate. So you have a different perspective and different ways to deliver the information. So let's give ourselves a clap. So I have a question before we proceed. So I will be randomly select the students, or you can volunteer yourself. So note that I will be give 5 points to the volunteers. So here are the questions. So what are the techniques you use when giving information? Yes, Ms. Sanchez? Okay, that's good. And number 2, how does the use of oral language behavior impact the effectiveness of giving information? Yes, Mr. Carcasona? Yes, that's a nice. And lastly, how does your body language influence the audience's perception of the information and being conveyed? Yes, Ma'am Cardenas? Okay, that's good. So, thank you for participating in class. Techniques in public speaking is very important, right? So, to give us more information, Teacher Queen will further discuss the topic.
Hello guys, I'm back again here to discuss all about, so before we hop in about the 10 techniques in public speaking, I will first introduce to you or explain what is oral fluency. So oral fluency refers to how smoothly and quickly a reader can read connected material and how much expression the reader has in reading the passage. So this oral fluency is a measure of pitch, stress, and timing, and is also called as prosody. Oral fluency is an intermediary step in comprehension because oral fluency and reading comprehension is connected to each other. Okay? So that now that you all know what is oral fluency, let us now proceed to what is public speaking. Public speaking is an act of speaking in front of audience. When you say public speaking, in the term public, you have to, it is called public speaking when you have a lot or many audience that are listening to you. So it is a different from day-to-day conversation, since its aim is usually to persuade rather than entertain. When compared to typical conversation and dialogue, public speaking involves the speaker taking on a more prominent role. So when we say public speaking, the speaker is like the speaker stays in front and he or she is the one who conveys ideas or encourages his or her audiences. Go, next. Now that you all know, you have the idea on what is public speaking, I will now introduce to you the 10 techniques to effectively, or techniques in public speaking. The first one is nervousness is normal. Practice and prepare. So, number 1 is practice and prepare. So, the best way to overcome your anxiety is to practice, 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 and prepare more time about your speech. So, take the time to go over your notes, and you have to scan or you have to review your notes for several times. And once you have been comfortable with the material, then you have to practice a lot. And you have another one to test yourself is you can videotape yourself, or you can get a friend who can critique your performance. The next one, the second technique is you have to know your audience, because your speech is about them, not you. So, before you begin your speech or craft your message, you have to consider who the message are intended for. So, you have to learn as much about your audiences, and you have to know about your listeners as you can. Through this, it will help you to determine your choice of words, level of information, preparation, pattern, and motivational elements. The third one is you have to organize your material in the most effective manner to attain your purpose. So in doing public speaking, you have to know your purpose. You have to create a framework to your speech. You have to write down topics and general purposes, ideas, and central clues or central ideas and main points about your speech. And you have to make sure that you already grab the attention of your audiences for the 30 seconds of your speech. So the fourth one, you have to watch for feedback and adapt to it. So you have to keep your focus on your audiences. You have to gauge the reactions, and you have to adjust your message. And you have to be a flexible speaker. Delivering canned speech, or every speech, it will cut, or it will guarantee that you will lose the attention, or you will give confusion to your listeners. The fifth one, you have to let your personality come through. So in speaking, in any type of speaking that you will do, you have to just be yourself, and through this you will establish better credibility. If your personality shines through your speaking that time when you speak, and your audience will also trust you, because they will trust what you say, because they can see you as a real person. The sixth one, you have to use humor, tell stories, and use effective language. So it means that you have to apply funny anecdotes in your presentation, and through this, you will certainly grab your audience attention, and audiences, we all know that audiences generally like personal touch in every speech moments. And the seventh one, you have, okay, sorry for this small function. The seventh one, do not read unless you have to. Work from an outline. It means that it is not necessary as a speaker that you will read the whole script. So, reading from a script is, or slide fractures the connection between you and your audiences. So, by maintaining eye contact with your audience, you can keep your focus, or you can keep yourself focused to your message. And a brief outline can help you enhance or sharpen your memory and keep you on the task. The next one, use your voice enhance effectively. Omit nervous gestures. It means, we all know that nonverbal communication carries most of the message. Good delivery does not call attention itself. Good delivery does not call attention itself. Instead, it conveys the speaker's ideas clearly and without distraction. The ninth one, you have to grab attention at the beginning and close with a dynamic end. You have to, this just means that you have to create, or you have to implement a quote wherein your audiences can grab through, and it's like a meaningful part of your speech which the audiences can carry out for themselves. Then the last one is you have to use audiovisual aids wisely. So it means that audiovisual aids can break, especially too much using of audiovisual aids. It can break the direct connection between you and your audiences. So basically, you have to use audiovisual aids moderately. Audiovisual aids should enhance or clarify your content, or capture and maintain your audience attention. So all in all, good communication is never perfect, and nobody expects you to be perfect. However, putting in the requisite time to prepare will help you deliver a better speech. Next, now that I have discussed to you the things that you should have learned for today's class, we will now apply your learnings through this activity. So I will divide this class into two teams. This is the group 1 and this is the group 2. And each team will have one representative, wherein I will give different topics from the different two teams, and each student will respond to a statement without preparation, so meaning it is an impromptu speech. And they must continue speaking for 45 seconds. As the student is speaking, the other team listens to moments of hesitation, grammatical mistakes, and vocabulary mistakes. So it means 45 seconds of speaking continuously non-stop. Okay? And the other team will observe grammatical or mistakes from the other teams, and that mistakes, how many mistakes you can observe, that will be equivalent to your points, group points. Okay? Let us now start this activity. Let us start from group 1. Okay, as the group 1 representative will speak, the group 2 will observe mistakes from the group 1. Okay? You will be given 45 seconds to express your ideas about the topic. Okay? The timer starts now. Okay, very good. That's well said. Okay, group 2. How many mistakes did you get from the group 1? Did you observe? Okay? Okay, you have 10 mistakes. You observed 10 mistakes. It is now your turn. Who is your representative? Okay, you will be given 45 seconds to express your thoughts and ideas about this topic. Okay, the timer starts now. Very well said, group 2. Now, group 1, please identify the mistakes that you have observed from group 2. How many this activity is the group 2. Okay, let us now. So now that you have applied, you know how to apply the techniques in public speaking, I will now give you one assignment, in which each of the students, each of you can do this in your own home. This assignment is you have to make a video presentation applying the techniques in public speaking, and you are free to choose what topic you want to explain or express. But the video should be 10 to 15 minutes only. I mean 5 to 10 minutes only. Okay, is it clear, class? Very good. Thank you for listening. And that will be all for today's discussion. I hope you learned all about public speaking and oral fluency.
So please stand for the prayer.